and all that, but I think this shirt right here is a little bit more appropriate for the piece that I want to perform.
You get naked.
Is that QR? It's a QR code. So if you do have a smartphone with a barcode scanner and you scan this, it actually says "fuck you." This is one of the first "fuck you" pieces that I've written in a long time, and I know Niam's told me one time, he's like, as far as cussing in poetry, like, only use it if you feel like it serves a purpose, and I totally agree with him, but I kind of feel like I'm taking a risk with this piece. This is actually a continuation of Order, Pairs, and Obvious. It's called How to Kill Your Muse.
Ooh.
But I actually got to get this shit loaded. All right. To the woman. Excuse me, I'm sorry. The girl who said that I could trust her. You are full of shit. But I move smoother than X-Lax, seeing that you need a thorough cleansing from the inside out. You had a penchant for sweeping things under the rug, and I, with the keys to the universe secured to my belt loop, wanted to sweep you off your feet. When I realized that someone else beat me to the broom, I decided to take a chance on friendship, completely oblivious to the fact that you were only attracted to the shiny objects at my waist side. So, I made a rather radical occupational shift, but I now realize that I make a pretty shitty bomb technician, and I'm sure you recall that sometimes detonation sequences unfold in the form of confessions, but this time I find it quite necessary to put you on blast, so I might as well go out with a bang! Remember the time when I first shared Obvious with you on my patio and how you responded with a 5-minute hug, both of us embracing each other as if our spirits were trying to create tactile memories of each other's bodies? Well, I clearly remember when I agreed to let you borrow my software engineering textbook and how you acted like that was all I was good for, only to shortly after be phased out by someone preppier, skinnier, and more white. I thought you were sweet, but it was all artificial and for your own selfish gain, so girl with the aspartame baby face, thank you for teaching me 2 things. 1, I'm a shitty judge of character, and 2, apparently I really love to lie to myself. I thought you were a sound investment of my time, but your deposits in my memory bank only left me with feelings of withdrawal after you bounced like a check from insufficient funds due to lack of accountability, leaving me to pay the overdraft fee, so if I come up a little out of pocket, it's because our final transaction kicked me out of a state of outstanding balance.
Get it!
The irony is that I once thought your presence made my life richer, but you were more like the 1st and the 15th. As happy as I was when you would come through, I never felt like it was often enough. Then again, if your name isn't on the building, then you are building someone else's dream, and yours has been built to the point where your top spins indefinitely. Come back to the table and check your totem. You had secret plans to fornicate with the heavens, so you hopped into your spaceship and moved onward at relativistic speed, traveling light years away. The false hope that you would return turned my forsaken heart into the Arecibo Observatory that sent radio pulses into the sky, and like a fool, I waited for your crop circle reply, but conventional wisdom tells us that shit's a hoax anyway. According to you, I played Space Invader past the point of sore thumbs, but you were the zigzagging alien army that broke down all of my shields, taking advantage of the fact that I was confined to bi-directional movement. You are a fucking bully, and for somebody who has a boyfriend, you sure as hell don't act like it. You will never be my MVP since you pulled an MBT, a manipulative bitch tactic. A manipulative bitch tactic, motivated by the malformed belief that my boner's thirst might be tamed more by trespassing, maintaining blissfully tormenting motions, but truthfully, my bad trick. Certainly, with childbearing hips like a nylon string guitar, one would think I waited ever long to drop D, but I was always in tune with my standards. I never had any intention of plucking your G-string, but I was the staccato 64th note in the score of your life after realizing that every good boy does fine was a lie you had no trouble saying to my face. But on that same note, eventually, I'd be sharp enough to see right through the bullshit. So I'm totally fine. If you wish to transform, then I'm Optimus Prime. Now, you are the reason I want to rewrite my poetry. I was your giving tree, but all you did was take it until I was nothing left but the stump for you to sit on your ass. So I see there was no need to look for that light in the attic. It never existed. So this is where the sidewalk ends. I will no longer walk with you. I am standing my ground. All 67 inches of indestructible nerd swag, pupils dilated like I'm on a coke binge since I feel like I wasted an 8 balls worth of lines on you. I gave of myself. Built a home for you in my heart to keep you warm, even during the coldest, darkest nights of winter. But that home just got seized by eminent domain. And it's imminent that my domain was never in your range of possibilities, since I now see that you don't make room in your life for ugly, fat fucking slobs. And I guess that being mixed with black just means I'm one less nigga for you to deal with. I don't need to drop your name since I've already dropped it from my vocabulary. I hope this piece never makes it to you so you can know how it feels to have someone you trusted vanish without a trace. But if it ever does, I hope you find out what it's like to play Russian roulette with a loaded 357 Magnum Opus. No, you may not borrow my software engineering textbook to study for your final. Payback is a bitch. And as I walk away, I recall the words of a wise poet. The woman who will truly love me will have the ability to break me far beyond my shattering point, but she never will. So how dare I allow my self-worth to be dog-eared to the pages of your story when I should have been writing my own. Goodbye forever. I'm writing my own story now. Sincerely, Mr. Deuces. But you can call me Chuck. P.S. Enjoy being a kid. I know who my real friends are now.